All right, I'm posting this just to give people an idea of what I get out of microwaves and sell. What people do buy, and what's actually worth the trouble of getting. So, first thing I want to say is don't even open or work on a microwave till you do some research. Okay, they're very dangerous. The capacitors can hold electricity enough to kill you if you touch it the wrong way. The magnetrons can break inside, leaving some chemicals that are in there that you really don't want to mess with. Okay, I mean, we're talking like instant cancer-causing chemicals. So first things first, do some research. Ask around before you start doing any type of work on a microwave, okay? It's just not worth it. If you don't know what you're doing, it's not worth it, okay? So just do some research before you start poking around and stuff. Second, before you do anything, I get all my microwaves on the side of the road. Some of them I ask for in Facebook groups. And people tell me they've got a microwave that's no longer working. I go pick it up for free. I get them for free. I can make anywhere from $20 to $60 off of a microwave. Okay, all the parts inside. I don't do it for the money. I do it just to have something to do, really, as a hobby and just a little extra money. But I learned the dangers of it, what not to do, and so I've probably taken apart 75 microwaves would be my guess. I haven't even been shocked, even a little shocked, because whenever you're moving the microwave, whenever you're taking it apart, anytime you reach and touch part of the microwave to move it around, you always want to double check to where you're touching. Okay, look where you're grabbing before you grab. Okay, first things first, make sure it's unplugged. You don't want to work on it in the kitchen. Unplug it, take it outside. You can either the new microwaves, the capacitors will discharge themselves over time. The power will just eventually come out of the capacitor through the transformer. Okay, the older ones, old microwaves, I would suggest not even messing with, because they don't have the ability to lose their energy. They can stand there for a long time. But even so, when I find microwaves, I plug them in. I see if the control panel lights up, this right here. If it lights up, I put a check mark on the back of the microwave that lets me know that I can sell the control panel, that it works, and I write the date from 30 days from that day. So I always wait 30 days, even if it's new or old, just to give the capacitor time to de-energize, I guess you could say. So once I find one, I don't even start working on it for another 30 days. Okay. Once I do start working on it, the first thing I do is unplug the wires from the capacitor and the ground wire from the capacitor. So that cancels any power coming from the capacitor to the transformer and from the transformer to the rest of the microwave. So you're cutting off power that may be in there, if there is anything. Most of the time there's not anything. Now you have the option to discharge the capacitor by getting a pair of pliers and touching the tips of the pliers to the connectors of the capacitor and shorting it out. I don't do that. I don't want to do that. Okay, I just don't want to stick my hand on the end of a capacitor. Okay, so I just stay away from it. I unplug it and I stay away from it. Okay, once I unplug the transformer from the capacitor, I also unplug the rest of the wires from the transformer. So if there is any power still in the transformer, it's not sending it to the stuff you're going to be taking apart. Okay. You also don't want to touch the tips of the capacitor. You don't want to touch the two connectors on the transformer. Okay. If you just always be aware of what you're touching and what you're doing, what you're grabbing, what you're moving, what you're taking apart, where your wrist is touching as you're unscrewing something. Okay, you just don't want to accidentally touch anything. But like I said, if you've let this microwave sit for a while, at least 30 days or so, you have a slim chance of there being any power in it in the first place. But like I say, always treat a microwave as if there's a lot of power in it. Even if you've unplugged it for a while, even if you unplugged the capacitor of 30 days ago, always treat it, as if there's power in it, okay? And you'll be okay. Just pay attention to what you're doing and where you're touching, okay? What I do, first I'm going to show you what I take, and then I'm going to show you what I've sold, okay? What I take, like I said at the beginning, when I first get the microwave, I plug it in to make sure the control panel lights up. If it lights up, I know I can take this out and post it on eBay and try to sell it, okay? So this one lit up, I took it out of this whole piece right here. I usually don't sell these with this. I haven't had much luck selling the whole piece together. But I have sold some of these. People get them for hobbies. I don't know exactly what they do with them, but I have sold a few of these. So do get the magnets out of the magnetron. Okay, I've got 2 here. I do sell a lot of these magnets. When you're taking apart the magnetron, I spread open the sides, just like you can see here, and take the top magnet out, pull the metal part out, and then cut the wires so you can take the bottom magnet off here, right here. Always have gloves on when you deal with this. Like I said, I forget what the chemical is in these, even if they're even used anymore, but they're highly toxic. Right here. These right here, these 2 purple things, there's a highly toxic chemical in there, cancer-causing chemical, last I heard. I have read online that, beryllium, I think is the word. I have read online that the newer microwaves don't use that, so I'm not 100% on what they're using in these. But if you take the magnetron out and these are cracked, don't even touch it. Just go get a Ziploc bag, put it in a Ziploc bag, and find the proper way to dispose of it, okay? Just don't even bother with it, trying to take the magnets off if either one of these are cracked. Let's see, we got the control panel. I take the fan assembly, the fan motor, and the fan. People buy these for hobbies. I don't sell a whole lot of these, but I do sell one every now and then. So take these off, throw this in the dishwasher, get it clean. Not this, of course, but whatever you take off, make sure you keep the screws for it. A lot of people won't buy the stuff if you don't have the screws. Okay, they like it when they see that the item has the original mounting screws for it. Okay, that includes the transformer, the circuit board, the fan, and the screws for the synchronous motor. This is the motor that turns the microwave plate. This one actually has a square head, so it's it's kind of rare to see the square head. Most of them are round with a flat slot. Just wipe these down, test them. If you want to test to make sure they work, what I did, I took a power cable from an old microwave, and it actually had the clips still on it from where it was clipped onto the fuse panel above the fan. And I just take that old microwave and I just take that old microwave cord and clip it on here and plug it in, and if it spins, it works. So that's one way to get a cheap tester to test out your synchronous motors. I sell a ton of these. Okay, I don't know exactly what people are using them for, but I sell a lot of these, and I'll show you in a minute. The thermostats come in all different kinds. There's so many different kinds that these work with. The degrees they provide, the heat they provide, the settings they provide. I don't know a whole lot about these, I'll be honest, but I do sell a lot of them. Okay, the degrees, the model are always stamped on there. Wipe these off, get a multimeter, put your multimeter on both ends, make sure you get a reading. If you get any kind of reading, it's good to go. Just clean it off, test it, and sell it. Your interlock switches, I just now started collecting these and posting them, so I haven't sold any of these yet. You won't make a whole lot of money off of these, but I just now started posting these as of a couple days ago. I don't know how much luck I'm going to have with these, but these are your interlock switches. These are what opens the door and cancels and restarts, shuts off the power. This switch right here, turns the power on and off to whatever it's hooked up to. And then you have your transformer. And there's a video. Here's your transformer. There's a couple videos online where you can use the multimeter to learn how to test these and make sure they're good, they're not shorted, and they're pretty easy to test. And I do sell quite a bit of those. So those are the parts that I get out. Magnets, synchronous motor, your thermostats, your interlock switches, the circuit board, and your fan. Sometimes I get the wiring harness, the whole harness. If I'm able to get it out without breaking any of the connectors, I'll sell the harness too, the wiring harness. I just haven't been able to get one of those out lately without breaking one of the connectors. So what we're going to do here, we're going to flip around and show you some of my sales, if I'm able to do that. This is my eBay account, Papa Sully's. That's if you want to find me on eBay, that's my selling name. And we're just going to scroll through here real quick to my most recent sales. There's a synchronous motor right there. Sold April 21st, 22nd. That was sold 2 days ago. There's another one sold April 14th. There's some clothing that I've sold. Some TV parts, clothing, TV, computer. There's a thermostat for a microwave. There's another synchronous motor from a microwave. There's a transformer from a microwave. There's magnets from a magnetron in the microwave. There's another thermostat. There's another thermostat. There's a control panel, a circuit board control panel from a microwave. There's a microwave plate and a turntable. There's some medium-sized microwave magnets from a microwave magnetron. There's a synchronous motor. There's another control panel from a microwave. Candles, clothing. There's another microwave plate. I mean, I'm selling all of this stuff. People buy this stuff up. There's another microwave plate. There's another microwave transformer. Okay? There are two of them. This person bought two. So, stuff is being sold. You won't make a ton of money off of them, but, if you just want something to do, want a little extra cash, and you happen to find these sitting around, go online, learn how to take them apart, learn the dangers of them and how to avoid the dangers, and I hope you do well. If you got any questions, feel free to ask me.